Behind me is the world's only IKEA hotel. My name is Molly. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is a random one, guys. This is a little off piece, but do you know what? I am so excited to be here because when I heard about this hotel, I thought that is so up my street, the exact kind of thing that I want to stay in. And I did fancy planning a little Scandinavia trip. So this is kind of one of a few in this little series. I am here in Almhurst, Sweden. I really hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. But as you might be able to see on the sign behind me, this is an IKEA hotel. And like I say, it is the only one in the world. And it is at the site of the very, very first IKEA, which I believed opened in 1958 right here. Obviously, we all know that it's Swedish, but I didn't know exactly where it originated from. And I'm not gonna lie, this is a little bit of a random part of Sweden. It has been a bit of a mission to get here. I actually flew into Copenhagen and then I had to get 2 trains, but we have made it and I am about to check in for the night. And I'm so excited to document my stay because what I didn't realize was that this is actually like a full IKEA like retail park. There's a museum, there's a restaurant, I believe there's an actual IKEA as well, and then there's also the hotel. So it's like the full shebang. Shall we go inside? So this is what the hotel looks like from the outside. As you can see, it's pretty nondescript. Like, it's quite subtle branding. I was imagining full-on blue, yellow, flat pack furniture vibes, but I am about to go and check in. And when I tell you that I don't really know what to expect, I mean that I've done the bare minimum amount of research. Like, I kind of just booked it on booking.com when I saw that it wasn't crazy expensive. Don't get me wrong, it's still a little pricey for a one-night stay. But yeah, I haven't done loads of research, so you're experiencing it with me for the first time. But I will say, I did think that the branding on the outside would maybe be bigger, but it's not. So here you go. This is kind of what I was talking about. So you can see that we are here on the left. This is the IKEA hotel. Then you have the IKEA museum. Then you have, I actually don't know what that is. And then IKEA 2, which I think is an actual IKEA, but I could be wrong. I need to check that. And then obviously in the middle we have the whole parking lot. Car park, am I American? For reference, it is a Wednesday evening and I would say I don't know Sweden too well, so I could be wrong, but I feel like I'm in a remote part of Sweden. It's quite busy. Like, there's a lot of cars in the car park. I'm wondering who's staying at this hotel, to be honest, but anyway. Should we go and check in, see what all this fuss is about? Okay, initial first reactions. This is bougie. This is kind of clean, kind of cool looking. Not what I was expecting. Hi, can I check in, please? Yes. Molly Thompson. Okay, yeah, this is really cool, guys. And I see now why everybody's staying in this hotel. It's like work people. Definitely business events, definitely corporate events going on. And I am dressed in my gym wear. Okay, so this is kind of what I expect a little bit more of. There's like IKEA setups as you walk in. There's a little living room. Obviously, they've got like the kitchen, dining area, communal space. A lot of people working. And also, oh my God, all of the IKEA teddies. So cute. Guys, it's really busy with like corporate event people. Maybe I'll come back down later and film this when there's not like a million meetings going on because I do look a little bit odd. I am on the 3rd floor. Okay, I was not expected to be met with that many people, so we're definitely gonna have to do a communal spaces tour afterwards, but shall we go and do a room tour? Do we reckon I'm gonna have to build it? All right, first impressions. Oh God. Ooh, massive window, guys. Oh my goodness. Is that a graveyard? Oh, it is it's a graveyard. Not the Swedish ghost. MTV, welcome to my crib. Wait, let's get some power. Hold on, we need some electrics. Keycard. Better. That's better. Do we have a little light over here? Oh, she followed me the whole way. Oh, we do. Right. Bloody hell. Does this give you some scale? I don't know. Welcome to my IKEA hotel room. As you can imagine, the feature and the point of this is that every bit of furniture in here is IKEA furniture. So IKEA beds, IKEA desk, IKEA chair, cushions. There are teddies outside. There's communal areas that look like you're in an IKEA store. IKEA curtains. I'm gonna go as far as to presume literally everything, even the clock on the wall, the hand soaps in the bathroom. Like, shall we do a tour? Okay, so you walk in, this is the door. You do get a hairdryer, so that's pretty good. And then you also get this full length mirror. Oh, I've just seen that QR code. Curious about our menus. I am actually, because there's a restaurant downstairs. There's also a restaurant across the street that's an IKEA restaurant. So we truly are here to test everything out, guys. Don't worry, we'll be eating the food as well. Obviously, that's part of the IKEA experience. There is a clock, and then this is the room itself. So we've got this double bed. I forgot that Scandinavia do this kind of bizarre mattress thing with the duvet where they have individual duvets, although actually no, that is a double duvet. Is it? I don't know. Either way, there's only me, so it's fine. You've got a absolutely classic IKEA lamp, table, chair situation. You've got the TV, an absolutely classic IKEA desk, and another IKEA chair. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. That's the slightly cheap flat pack furniture. We love it. Not gonna lie, I actually do like the cushion cover. Wait a damn minute. Can we turn this light on? How does that light turn on? That's the stuff. As I walked into the room, I thought, oh wow, the view out of the window is great. Obviously it's starting to get dark. It's like 6 p.m. right now. And then I looked a bit closer and I saw, oh no, that's a graveyard. Those in there, yep, that's graves. No, it's actually really scary. I don't really like that. It's putting me off it. I feel like they should have a warning on the website where you can book you know, when you're booking a holiday and it's like, oh, sea view, maybe forest view, mountain view, graveyard view. Excuse me, nobody told me. Especially because I am here just by myself. We are gonna draw those curtains firmly closed and we are saying no to the ghosts tonight. Is Sweden a particularly haunted country? I don't know. Anyway, bathroom tour. I will say the room is really big. You've got a lot of these classic IKEA hooks for your towels, clothes, I presume. Don't really know. That's the time. It's 20 to 7. Bathroom, pretty basic. I mean, it actually does look like an IKEA showroom if they were to put all of their most basic furniture in the IKEA showroom. But that's not a bad thing. Scandinavian light liquid soap. Nice. Towels. Ooh, another mirror. So you might be thinking, what did you pay for that? What does it cost to stay in the only IKEA hotel in the whole entire world? Well, they've kind of got you with that because that is their marketing. When I saw it on the TV, which is actually how I heard about this place, that was their tagline. That was their like, we're the only one in the world. It's so exclusive. So obviously, I do think they're charging a little bit above what they should be. This cost me £114 for a one-night stay on a Wednesday. Now, I would say that that's pretty average looking at the price comparisons because I was choosing between dates. I couldn't decide. They were all roughly coming out about that cost. There was no real difference. So I thought, okay, that's obviously the going rate. And personally, I do think for a one-night stay in a kind of remote town where there doesn't seem to be very much else other than IKEA based things, I don't know, it seems a little expensive, but then I suppose it is a double room. If you were to split it between two of you, 50 something quid. Given that I stayed in London last week for £60, it feels a lot. I do guess one thing that we haven't explored is the communal areas, and I also forgot to mention that does include breakfast tomorrow morning. So you decide, let me know in the comments. Do you think that that's crazy expensive? By the way, if you are still watching and you're not yet subscribed, please do go down below and do so because it really means the world. I'm loving making content like this. Recently, I have been switching it up a bit and staying in some super wacky, rogue, remote, random overnight accommodations and having so much fun filming this style of content. So if you're enjoying it, do give it a thumbs up to let me know. Shall we scan that QR code and see what the dinner options are? Because like low-key, I'm thinking about food. All right, so this is the QR code here. It's just on the mirror. I need to get on the Wi-Fi actually. Oh, that's the breakfast menu, okay. The IKEA hotel restaurant, which I believe that's where the hotel breakfast is tomorrow morning. Then they've got grilling, yeah. Okay, yeah, this is what I was talking about when I walked in. There's a restaurant, there's also an IKEA restaurant across the street called Grillen. Oh, there's a bar. Oh my God, there's loads. Sunday brunch, well, it's not Sunday, okay. Multiple options, let's discover Grillen. Okay, it's open till 11. Book a table, didn't even think about that. So the lunch menu, yeah, it's basically very similar to IKEA. Do they do meatballs? I bet they do. Cauliflower kebab, ooh. Mac and cheese, Swedish sirloin, vegetarian dumplings. Guys, this is really good. I'm pleasantly surprised. I was not expecting this many vegetarian options. I was not expecting this many options, full stop. There's also a hot dog menu. Reckon you can get veggie hot dog? Okay, no, you can't. That's fair enough. I wasn't expecting you to be able to. One thing I will say is I'm still really getting used to the prices. Like, I'm not too sure what 95 is. 95 Swedish krona, is that the currency? I'm so sorry. I get really confused with the currencies in these countries. Oh, I actually did forget to mention that when I checked in with my key card, she gave me a free admission to the IKEA museum, which is next door, and I presume that all guests get this. So I actually think I will try and visit tomorrow morning because it's free and it's included in the price I've paid, which is quite a lot. Wow, that is a sunset and a half. I'm gonna be brave and I'm gonna go and sit in the restaurant by myself. I don't mind eating alone. I actually think it's kind of fine if it's like a fast food-ish restaurant, but a sit-down dinner, not my favorite, especially when everybody around me is here with work. And it's not even like I blend in. The outfit is not really giving business casual. The outfit is giving, I took 3 trains, a bus, an airplane, 2 more trains, and a walk to get here. And you know what? That I did. So let's go be brave. Oh, good start. The corridor is massive. Like, this corridor goes on and on and on. Get my steps in. So pretty much as soon as I'd finished walking down the corridor, you got to this kind of communal space, and I'm voicing this over because there were actually people using it as a functioning kitchen. But I think that this was the most IKEA looking part of the hotel, the way they had the rooms laid out as if you could actually like shop the room like when you're in an IKEA store, and I did quite enjoy it. The downstairs was actually the same as well, so as I was heading out to the restaurant I saw this kind of like communal seating area. We all know IKEA loves a house plant, so there were of course a lot of these, and overall this was definitely the most reminiscent of the shop. So this is what I was talking about. This is the restaurant. It doesn't look busy actually, which is good. Do we think it's going to be like in IKEA where you kind of go around and it's more like a buffet sort of system, or do we sit down? Like, what is the vibes here? I'm a little nervous, but it is part of the hotel, so it's only right I try it out. All right, well that answers that. You wait to be seated. Ordered, and actually the waiter was really nice. He was like recommending things off the menu to me, because once he realized that I was English after trying to speak to me in Swedish, he was like, oh, you have to stay for dessert, like we're really famous for the ice cream. So I am indeed going to stay for the dessert and try the ice cream, and I'm trying to work out the crowd in here, guys, but I just really can't. Like, it's such a mixed bag. It looks like some people are here with families, some people are clearly here with work, so like I didn't need to worry about the dress code, and there are actually quite a lot of people eating by themselves. Yet to see another person vlogging, but that's okay. And I ended up ordering the cauliflower, some fries, and then I'm gonna get a dessert. But basically it's like all small plates other than the hot dogs, which is what they're famous for. But obviously I can't have hot dogs because I'm vegetarian. A little bit gutted that there's not a veggie hot dog because they actually smell amazing. So far so good. Waiter's super friendly. Everybody speaks really good English. The service is pretty slow, but it is really busy. So like, I guess it's understandable. All right, so the food has arrived. I think I told you I went for the cauliflower kebab and then some fries, because a lot of the menu wasn't veggie, and I am going to get the ice cream. But I'm not going to lie, guys, this just took 40 minutes to come. He actually did forget to put my order through. He came back and apologised, so like it's really not his fault, but I just thought I would add it to the review because it was part of my experience. However, I will say I've got this strawberry lemonade, and I can't tell you that I meant to order this because I thought it was just regular lemonade, but it's actually delicious. Right, the waiter did a really good job of upselling me an ice cream, and not only have I got one flavour, I've actually got two. So I went for Biscoff, and then I let him pick one because I was like, I honestly don't really know what other flavour I want, but he was just like, you have to get another. I was like, okay, you pick, and he picked lemon curd. Let's see. Walking back to the hotel. It is cold, guys. The temperature has dropped off. Guess which Muppet hasn't brought a coat? I thought, oh, I'll just bring a hoodie. Need a coat on. Dare I say it? Best ice cream I've ever had in there. So if you're ever here, for whatever reason, if you're watching this video because you're planning your own trip, have the ice cream. Even if you just go to Grillen just for the ice cream. The man that served me was so lovely. I will say the service was very slow, but the man that was serving me was so nice. So it wasn't the cheapest either, but the food was genuinely good, and I'm pretty sure if you can eat hot dogs, they'd be pretty good too. Starting with, that doesn't seem very effective. What is the purpose of that? Here is an advert for an IKEA curtain that you could have, but it might not fit the whole window. Okay, like what is that doing? What is this? I am back. That was so tasty. I was out for longer than I wanted to be, but it's fine. I'm also so cold, which we didn't really prepare for. The guy that was just giving me the bill was like, so what brings you to this part of Sweden? We don't get very many solo travelers. And I was like, well, how do I explain it? So I just lied, just blatantly lied. Said that I was meeting some friends and doing a trip up north. I'm not doing that. I don't know why that came out of my mouth. I was like, that's a weird thing to say because that's factually not true. I could have just said, oh, I'm filming a video staying in the hotel. Fine. Fine. Maybe a bit weird, but fine. I just hope I never see him again. It is busy, it is packed. I walk all the way down the train, and who should be sitting in the last carriage other than the one human being that I have spoken to since being in Sweden? The waiter from last night. What? Anyway, it's time for the best bit of the day. Oh yeah. I'm talking about a shower. Oh, we've got some Scandinavian Light hair and body gel. Aha, right. How does this work then? Is that putting it up by 1 degree? 1.5 degrees? Because like it reckons it's 22 in here. It does not feel like it's 22 in here. Why are these just so complicated to use like around the world? Every hotel is different and I never understand them. All right, I'm now in bed. And I'm noticing a couple of things that are a bit rogue. First things first, the duvet is on a double bed, but it's like it's a single duvet. Like, do you see what I mean? It doesn't actually cover the whole bed. If there was 2 of you in here, I don't really understand why it's like this. It's like not even covering the edge of this side. So somebody please explain this. And I am about to take my makeup off. It is so quiet. Given how many people I've seen in this hotel, I cannot hear a single one of them, so that is lovely. And I'm actually gonna try and get an early night. I've just been doing a little bit of editing and listening to a podcast, but I'm gonna set my alarm quite early. They actually stopped having breakfast at 9 AM, which I think is quite early for a hotel. So I'm gonna try and be up for like 7:30, and I wanna try and fit in a little visit to the museum because that definitely seems like one of the key features of this area, so it feels only right that we visit there before I head onwards on this little trip that I'm on. But obviously, that's quite a key part of this video. Let me know, would you stay here? Would you want to visit here? Are you a massive IKEA fan? I texted my mum a picture of the room and she said, did you have to assemble that bed yourself? Haha. But I honestly was expecting the interior to be a little bit more obviously IKEA. I actually do think that their booking.com makes it look a little bit more IKEA-y. Do you know what I mean? Looking at these photos, do you not think that that room looks quite different to this? Because I was expecting bunk beds. Like, tell me why I thought there'd be 4 beds in this room. Obviously I didn't book a family room, but I just kind of was presuming. No, true heartbreak has happened. Oh, what is this sick joke? I've got sparkling water. I'm so thirsty. Oh my God. Oh, I'm not going back downstairs. Which bit of that says natural makes you think that this would be sparkling? I mean, I guess the massive bubbles could be a giveaway, but they just look like water droplets to me. That, to somebody that doesn't speak Swedish, that looks like it is just still, oh my God, you have no idea the upset. I wish I'd been recording when I just opened that lid and it went, and I went, sorry. I am here for tonic water. I'm even here for soda water, but sparkling water. And I know I'm gonna get loads of you in the comments going, I love sparkling water. No, you don't. That tastes like Velcro in your mouth. Don't lie to me. There's an awful lot of lights in here. IKEA, love a lamp. Well, on that note, I guess all that's really left to do is go to bed. I am gonna try and have an early night. Guys, this mattress does feel very comfortable. I have to say, I've never had an IKEA mattress. I've never had IKEA bedding. It's not a very thick mattress. Look at that. That's actually a very thin mattress. Should you be able to squish your mattress like this? I don't know. Also, the thought of a mattress in a hotel makes me feel a bit unwell, so I'm just gonna try not to think about that. And on that note, I will catch you in the flip side. If I'm awoken by anything crazy in the night, as always, I will let you know. But hopefully, this is goodbye. That is my laptop light that's not turned off. We'll do that again. I will see you in the morning. Good morning. I slept okay. It wasn't the best sleep of my life. I honestly don't know why though, because I was really tired and the bed is really comfy, but I just did keep waking up. Oh. Yay. It's been 20 minutes. We are up, dressed and ready for the day. So we go have breakfast. I love a buffet breakfast in a regular hotel. In an IKEA hotel, I'm sort of thinking, are we getting meatballs? Are we getting hot dogs again? Are we getting buffet style little tray, go around like you're at a school dinner? Or is it just a regular hotel buffet breakfast? I'm a bit disappointed guys, I've not seen a meatball yet. I'm actually obsessed with this section of the hotel. This is where you would find me. I don't know why they've got it, because I've not seen a single child here, but maybe I'm the child. Maybe it's for me. All right, so here we go. Now, obviously there was a mix of everything and there was some hot food as well, but predominantly it was like all meats and cheeses, and I'm not really a meats and cheese kind of breakfast gal. So I did have to get some croissants, obviously. And then I just got some like yogurt. I think these are bran flakes. I put coconut on them, and then some overnight oats, apple and cinnamon, I think that is. And then just a coffee and an orange juice. And I did actually get it on a little IKEA tray, so I am happy about that, but no Swedish meatballs. Would I vote that the best breakfast of my life? Probably not, but it was good. Like, I can't complain. I'm very full. I feel like I could have gone back for more. I just didn't really fancy cheese and ham and like, well, obviously I didn't fancy ham. Maybe I feel like Europe is a little bit wasted on me when I don't eat meat. I feel as though you could really go to town if you enjoy like meat and fish. But then again, I'm like, do you want that for breakfast? Anyway, it is about time to check out. I've just been doing a little bit of work, and checkout time is the exact same time that the museum opens. So we're gonna go have a little look. So this is the hotel behind me here. And then across the car park, literally right here, is the IKEA museum. Now this actually looks pretty big, and I am quite surprised because there's a queue and it's just opened. So like there are people queuing, waiting for it to open. But I guess I am one of them, so let's go in and see what the fuss is about. Do we reckon it's going to be like an actual IKEA store where like you enter a one-way system and then you simply just cannot leave? So the museum is basically 3 floors of IKEA memorabilia, history, and also products that you can buy down at the bottom as well, because obviously they're selling their stock. And actually I was pleasantly surprised and quite impressed. I didn't spend that long in here, but I definitely think you could if you wanted to read like everything. And I do just think it's interesting to stand on the site of the original first ever IKEA, like where this whole legacy sort of started. I know some people are massive fans of this shop, so if you are, I do think that this would be for you. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a pretty casual IKEA shopper, so maybe some of it was lost on me. And just like that, I am at the train station leaving IKEA land. I feel like that's what it should be called. I've had a bit of a nightmare this morning, guys, with my trains to Stockholm. Hopefully you're going to see another video from Sweden, from Scandinavia, from my travels around these gorgeous countries. However, at the moment it's not guaranteed because past me was not that organised and didn't book her onward travel. So let this be a lesson to you that if you are planning a trip and you know the specific time that you want to leave somewhere, just book it in advance. Like, why do I do this to myself? Every single time I go, oh yeah, that's the train I'm gonna get, and then I close the window or I close the tab or I kill the app and I don't book it. And to be fair to me, I really thought that I'd just be able to book it on the day, because in the UK you can travel like that, but obviously here you can't, and that is a lesson learned. But that is a story for another video, and hopefully there will be another video coming, so do subscribe so that you don't miss that. Give this one a thumbs up if you have enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed exploring this little part of the world and of Sweden. Everybody that I did speak to, which to be fair wasn't a lot of people, but everybody that I did speak to was so genuinely kind, so lovely. A huge shout out to the waiter that served me in the restaurant last night in Grillen. I didn't catch his name, helped me out this morning with my train ticket as well. So if you're ever here, go to the restaurant, the staff are lovely. Other than that, I shall see you back on my channel very soon with another video. Give this one a thumbs up. All engagement boosts this kind of content in the algorithm, so if you do enjoy it, that really means the world. And let me know, would you stay here? Would you fancy an evening at an IKEA hotel?